Hello there, welcome to Five Figures. So this is my third and final part of Star Wars figures that survived the cullings. Stuff I kept. I used to have many hundreds of these and I sold a lot of my Star Wars stuff, almost everything. Yeah, almost everything, except for 15 figures of the 6-inch Black Series line, and I kept one ship, which I might do a review on. It was an ARC 170. Which is, in my opinion, one of the coolest ships. And, you know, at one point I had a Falcon, I had several TIE fighters, gosh, A-Wings, X-Wings, B-Wings. I had a lot of ships, I do still have a Sandcrawler for the 3 3/4 inch scale, which I should probably take a look at sometime. I do love Jawas, even though I'm not, you know, actively a Star Wars fan anymore, I could say. But I live in a very sandy, deserty place, and I often think of Jawas fondly, so those I kept. And since he fell over first, we'll look at him. This one I kept. This is Darth Nihilus, or Nihilus, or however you want to say that. I think he's essentially just a Darth Maul body with a different head. And the reason I kept this one is, well, for one thing, it's a very cool, creepy looking mask and outfit and everything. You see he's a little dusty, but one of the Star Wars properties that I probably have some of the fondest memories of was Knights of the Old Republic, and this guy's from Knights of the Old Republic 2, and I just thoroughly enjoyed that video game. I enjoyed the first one, and of course the second one very much as well. So I mean, he was one that I kept. If he'll stand, maybe he won't stand. Will you stand? Nihilus, stop it. Yeah, this has been a reoccurring problem with all my Star Wars figures, that none of them want to stand. It's been more work to get them to stand than anything else. Probably the next geared up to fall over is this gal. I know she's from Rebels. You know what? I can't remember her name. There. I just thought it was a cool outfit. It's a Twi'lek woman. It's a species of action figure I don't have any others of. And I appreciate that. I thought it was a good basic design. I love orange. And so I love the color scheme on this thing. So this is one that I kept, and I can't remember her name, which is sad. But that kind of gives you an indication of how detached from Star Wars I've become in the last 2 years. It's getting bad. Next up, we'll take a look at this Jawa. It's a Black Series Jawa. They're not very poseable or anything like that. But every now and then I get a wild hair and I want to go out to the sand dunes, because I live right by the White Sands, and take some photos of Jawa action figures. And so I still have some Jawas. And that's what I do with them. So he goes out to the sands with me and gets pictures taken. This one I recently acquired. I got this from a coworker because I found out that this character on The Mandalorian, whose name I can't remember, is played by Sasha Banks, and I love Sasha Banks. I'm a big Sasha Banks fan. So I'm not mad at Mandalorians either. I've always been a fan of Mandalorians. They tie in with my love of clone troopers. But yeah, so Sasha Banks as a Mandalorian, yeah, I had to have that figure. So, I mean, that's one of the few, possibly the only Mandalorian figure I have left. I couldn't see, I don't see any others anywhere else, so pretty sure Sasha is it. And then this is Dark Rey. This is one of the last ones I actually remember buying. I think she was on clearance somewhere, and I just remember thinking, I don't remember Dark Rey, but I feel like it's kind of a perversion of regular Rey, and I'm not a big fan of Rey Skywalker and the whole, any of that. I'm not a big fan of any of that, but I did like the look of this character, and so I went with it. And since it doesn't really mean that much to me in the context of the rest of the series, it can stand alone as a decent figure, and I don't have to be irritated by, you know, whatever plot lines or whatever, you know, hoopla goes on with the series. And that's pretty much it. If I can get her to stand, oh, she will. Anyway, so yeah, that is my last 5. That makes 15 total. Star Wars figures that I kept out of many, many hundreds. And it's a little bit sad, but there's certain properties I just kind of fell out of. I wasn't feeling it anymore. And Star Wars, like I have said before, took the biggest hit of about any of them. Just not into it. Of course, my vintage stuff has taken a massive hit as well. And, you know, so I don't have any more vintage He-Man or Turtles or anything like that. I've just cleared it out. But, yeah, Star Wars. These are the characters that survived. And I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch it. That's my story. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.